Hello and welcome to Tabletop Wargames and welcome to episode 2 of Tile Talk. See you in a bit. Welcome back, guys. So today we're going to talk about the second tile off my Necromunda table. So today we're going to be talking about the Ferry dock. So this is the Ferry dock tile. As you can see, there's not too much to it. I'll just give you, this is the ferry that actually lives on the dock. We'll put that to one side for now. Knocking the camera, apologies. But yeah, so this is just what the ferry dock looks like. So this was I can't even remember where I got the inspiration for this. I saw something and then I was like, I need to do something like that. I was probably watching something on TV about canals and I was like, oh yeah, I really want a canal on the table, and I'll just come up with this idea. So this is really simple. As you can see, it's a zonemortalis tile. These are all handrails that you get on the platform kit. This whole section here on top is built from the platform set. It's the tops of the columns and then the bits that go in between. So basically all I've done with this was I built this shape along here with the platform tops, and then the walls on the side here are just plastic hard. Nice and simple. I measured, I can't even remember what I measured. Oh no, I know exactly what I did. I measured the height of the stairs and like how tall one section of stairs is, and that's what determined the height of this whole thing. But yeah, it's nice, simple tile. It does have, I don't know if you can see, these are just N-gauge street lights. They are actually working. If you look underneath, it's really awful underneath, but I just cut a couple of holes, some simple wiring, and then up here there is a battery case that I just slide in. That's off some Christmas lights. That is nice and simple. And then these are off the walls and columns sets. The ladders are off the platform sets, and then obviously everything else. The only thing that's not off a ZM kit is the tyres. These are actually off a Ridge Runner. I had a spare one that I'd smashed up for scenery in the past, and I had the wheels left over, so I just used the wheels from that. And then as you can see here, I've used some resin. This resin is from Ep2. I'll put a link to the website on the exact resin that I used. It's a 2-part epoxy, and then it's just a tint that I put in, and you tint it to however dark you want. I don't know if you can see there, but on the edge here you can see I've done this in 3 pours. So the first pour it leaked a little bit, but it also sealed it, which was great. And then I've done 2 more pours on top of that. This resin's great. It can do up to 3 centimeters thick, but first time using resin, I didn't want to go too harsh with it. So I was really worried because I'd never used it before, but I just put a bit of sellotape across here. That's all I used, and then just poured the resin in 3 small layers, and yeah, that's how it came out. In here you can see I've got some screwed up posters which I put. So I poured the first layer, dropped the posters in, and then from then on I dropped some more bits in, and yeah, it's one of my favourite tiles. This wasn't really a lot of work going into this. It was more the painting, because it was difficult to get the walls to look good, because you end up with just a flat wall, which isn't that thrilling. So these here, all this graffiti is actually from, I think it's like oh, I can't remember. I picked it up at a model show, and they were just like, they're really, the only thing I don't like is they're really thick transfers. Like the transfer paper is really thick, so you can see on like this one here, if I come in, you can see the edges still, because the transfers are just so thick. But I want to try and make up some of my own later on and put them about on the board. But yeah, so nice simple tile. Yeah, it's a ferry dock. What else do I need to say? But yeah, this was probably the easiest one to paint. I've painted this exactly the same as I painted the other tile, so followed a tutorial for the tile painting and then the weathering after on top. But yeah, this is probably it's not my favourite tile, but it's one of my favourites. And then obviously the little ferry boat. So this is made from a container. I've cut it along the edge, cut the door, so it looks like this. I think these are from a Dune Crawler set. I just had a spare one laying around. This is from Caradron Overlords. It's from the frigate. It's just like the control panel and one of the engines, one of the balls on top. Obviously the barrels that you get in the container set, and then this is from one of the marketplace sets. So I just cut the canopy and glued it on, and then it's just weathered up the same as I've done the tile. So I painted it up yellow instead and done the rusting on it, and that's it. As you can see, haven't painted the underside. But then when this tile's all set up, obviously ferry boat goes in there. I've also got a canopy. Again, I've just cut it all up so it fits, and then that sits over that edge. So when this tile's all done, that's sort of what it looks like. And then normally I have like crates and stuff that I scatter about here and there and everywhere else. But yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and I'll try and answer them as quick as I can. But this is the ferry dock. This is the I call this the Sludge Ferry Express. So this is just going to be transporting stuff. The plan is to use Sly Marbo and model him like because he looks like Rambo, doesn't he? That's what he's sort of based on. And I want to paint him up to look like the boatman from Rambo, and then he's going to be driving around in the ferry. But yeah, that's it. So guys, enjoy the glamour shots as after this, the spinny videos, and I'll see you next week on Tile Talk. Take care guys, happy wargaming. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.